Slightly disappointed, to be honest, and I think that's testament to my players that I feel this way, because I feel as if it's 2 points dropped, to be honest.
Obviously you must feel like you were the better team for long spells of the game.
Well, I think anybody that was at the game today will have seen that we were on top in the game, and spoke to one or two of their staff members after it as well, and they felt we should have won the game as well. So again, it's down to the players. People talk about us being part-time, and people have written us off and they expect us to finish bottom of the league, but I genuinely believe we've got a group of players that's good enough to compete. And in the games that we've played up to now, barring the Ross County game maybe at the start, I think we've been in every game, and obviously we conceded a late goal against Ross County, but Ross County were the better team on the day and deserved to win the game. Morton here, nothing between us. Inverness last Saturday we get a draw, again not a great deal between the teams, and today I felt we were the better team, and I'm not being disrespectful to Dundee United. I think they are a good side, they've got some very good players, but over the whole piece, we were camped in their second half for about the opening 20 minutes I think. They were hanging on at the end a wee bit, I suppose, for the last couple of minutes, but that's just natural because we know how valuable the point is in this league. But we've hit the crossbar, we've worked the keeper a number of times in the second half. My only frustration is when we get into good areas in the final third of the pitch, we need to show a little bit more quality. With our final ball, and just be a little bit more clinical in front of goal.
How hard is it for the players when they've been on top and then they concede a goal from a set piece like you did? Is it hard not to let your head drop? Well,
it is, and last Saturday up at Inverness, we got into 2 men and we played 45 minutes in the second half with 10 men, so I don't think anybody can question their character. And the fact that they go a goal down, you're right, it would have been easy to think it's just not going to be our day, especially after being on top for so long. And I think that's the killer thing as a player. You've dominated the game and you just can't buy a goal and then the opposition go and score with a set piece. We've done a lot of work on it during the week. We spoke about it before the game. They are a very, very big side. They clearly work hard on their set plays. Any free kick in a wide area, any corner, the 4 big boys are coming up from the back, and I think that's Watson got 4 in his last 3 games or something, 3 from set play. So they're very, very good at it, and unfortunately we're not the biggest team, so it is a concern at the moment. It's something that's been happening too often, so something we'll have to look at and see how we're going to try and put a stop to it, because I don't mind if teams cut us open and score great goals like the boy Miller did against Morton out here a couple of weeks ago. If teams score a good goal, you hold your hands up and you pat them on the back, but we're gifting teams goals at the moment and that's not good enough.
Once again, Ian Flanagan steps up in the closing stages to salvage a point.
Fantastic. If there's anybody who stood over it again, he shows great bottle last week up in Inverness, and today, the quality that he has to get it up and over the wall into the top corner, goalkeeper has absolutely no chance, and he hit the crossbar as well a few minutes before that. So I should be more satisfied with the point, and before the game, if you'd have offered me the draw, I probably would have took it, but looking back at the game and thinking about the chances we had and the amount of possession we had, and I really genuinely feel as if it's 2 points dropped.
Was there some kind of disagreement at the end of the game there?
Listen, I don't really want to make a big deal about it. I would hate to take the light off my players. I went over to shake the opposition's bench, and unfortunately one of their staff didn't shake my hand for whatever reason. So that's cool, it's not a problem. No issue with Shaba or with Laurie. Great people there, fantastic club. I don't want to make too big a deal about it. The guy said he didn't know who I was, so that's just fair enough. I don't know who he is either. But
just awards there, last 2 signings, Jim Connorshields and Sam Roscoe, both in this week.
Yeah, it's great to have options now. I think for far too long during pre-season and the opening part of the season, we've had only kind of 14 within the squad, and it was really important that we did strengthen in those areas, and I've got great options now off the bench. And the hard part now is picking an 11, because you're disappointing players every week, and there's players on the bench that didn't get on today that I know will be disappointed, but they've got to stay strong and stick with the group, because I've got options now to change formations, and it's a good place for a manager to be. There needs to be competition for places anyway. Nobody needs to be guaranteed a place in the team, and the guys that are in the team need to know if they drop below par, then there's somebody waiting in the wings to come in and take their place.